What's up, guys, and welcome to Adventures in Concrete, the show that takes you to all kinds of interesting places that are all relevant to the concrete industry. For the first episode of the series, we're not going to be going very far from home. In fact, somewhere inside this monstrosity, there's a building in there, and that's where I work every day. We might not be going very far, but it is certainly going to be interesting. It's going to be all about concrete, and it is definitely going to be an adventure. So stay tuned for an inside look at the Decorative Concrete Expo. So here we are, folks, first morning of the Decorative Concrete Expo. You can see we've already got some people rolling up here. It looks like Derek Jensen, Michael Simcoe walking through our lines. We're happy you guys made it out. So you can see as we're walking through here, we got some crazy looking sprayers over here and mixers from Quick Spray. Looks like we got a lot of cool stuff over here from Bond Tools. Portamix is over here with all their handheld mixers. So I found my way over here to Nick Lang, and so looks like we got an interesting looking table going on here.
We wait for the epoxy to get almost cooking the pot. We wait until we max out the pot life, and then when it starts to get really warm, that's when we use it to start shaping.
That's awesome, man. So basically what he's saying is we're going to let the stuff almost start smoking. And the part where we say, oh man, it's too late, and that's what Nick's looking for.
People were asking me, they said, what happens now when you put it on there and you start getting this movement? You know, how do you get it to have that shape? Spray asphalt alcohol in there and acts as a lubricant, right? So now I've got this lubricant, I can run my hand on that gooey, sticky epoxy, and it'll never stick to my glove. So I can start shaping, and I can use my fingers and gouge in there and start getting all this texture. It started out flat, and next we used the flat wheel, and we ground it down and started shaping everything. So it's a mixture of using the hard shape of the hard corner and then filling in with epoxy first and starting to get our shape and curve it and cut it and grind it away until we're satisfied with which way we felt it looked more like water. And then after we did that, that's when we started applying more layers on the outside. So there's probably about 6 or 7 different layers throughout the last 2 days here.
A lot of epoxy on this thing. Looks awesome, man. Thanks for coming out. Great job. Have a safe trip home, man.
Appreciate it. It's been awesome.
Right behind me is the legendary Bob Harris, and we're going to get a word with him here in a second. But you can see this thing. He's got actually an integral backsplash here. Bob, first of all, how's it going this morning, and how are things happening?
It's going great, man. It's a party started. It's rocking. Everybody's having a good time. And we've got our the Deco-Crete concrete countertop mix with the True Pack countertop mix in there.
So are those backsplashes, there going to be some texture, or you finish them smooth? Or?
We'll probably finish them smooth. That's kind of a design build as we go. I detailed all the edges around the blocks that you see right there on the backsplash and sanded with 120 grit the entire countertop, and then 3 different colors of acetylstain diluted down, 3 parts water to 1 part acetylstain. We built layer upon layer upon layer, and then we used your exterior dye, walnut I think, and a cup gun sprayer to do the shadowing and the accenting. A lot of people have asked, how did you get the effects on the backsplash over there? And that's simple. You just take torn paper and spray over the torn paper edge, and then I softened it back down with a cup gun sprayer. Our ultimate goal would have been to use a 2-component polyurethane that you can get here at Deco-Crete, but we all agreed, since the concrete countertop is so new and it's 6 inches thick on the front edge, we were concerned about moisture. So we used Deco-Crete's D1, and I spray applied it. I put on two mist coats and sealed the deal, so to speak. It's really special to be a part of this amazing event. If you guys have not come, I highly encourage you to come next year. It'll blow your mind.
The staff here at Deco-Crete have been great. Just real talented group of guys around here, and wealth of knowledge, and meeting and talking to other contractors throughout the area. Just, the problems they have, what's working for them, what's not. It's just been a great experience.
I think the show's really great. I love the intimate setting, the size of it. Everybody here is pretty much a concrete contractor, so I can relate to everybody, but no, it's really great. I would highly recommend going.
Looks like we got some color in our concrete. We're pouring this. I know they're going to do some stencil work down here. There's going to be some exposed aggregate, and this is going to be Keim Concrete is actually pouring this, so we're really, really psyched to see what this is going to look like. So you can see we got these mats here they have laid out to run these buggies on, and man, these things are awesome because you can use these things all spring, like during the rainy season, and put these things down, drive your buggy on them, and you don't tear up the people's yard. You can actually run a ready-mix truck right on these things, and the best thing is, we used to use plywood to do this, and right now with the prices of plywood literally through the roof, all of a sudden these things make a ton of sense. You're not going to wear these things out, and they're just incredibly durable. So really, really cool thing here, these track mats. The other thing we got in the slab here, this is actually a composite rebar. So with steel prices coming up, whoop, we got a buggy coming through here. I got to get out of the way real quick. This kind of stuff is going to become really popular because this stuff is really light, it's easy to cut, and it's just a really, really cool product as an alternative to steel reinforcement.
It's a different vibe than the world of concrete, you know, but in my opinion, it's more intimate. You know, it's actually better for me. I learn more here, you know, than I do most other places. And just the networking aspect of it too, you know, we have great deals on stamps and material and everything, but it's the people and the networking that you get from coming to this event that makes the world a difference. And you're always learning something new.
Josh actually just was sitting in on a panel discussion, and so was Carrie driving you nuts up there or what?
No, not at all. And I think the things that we described and talked about were, you know, of great value and great importance. I mean, we always talk about employees and how to retain and recruit new employees, and I think we touch base on a lot of good things that hopefully help a lot of people.
So we've made our way over here to the Collomix area, and man, we got something really, really cool here, something that's going to pre-dose your water for you. So all you do is you just hook your hose up to it, you punch in how many quarts of water you want, hit the button, and it's going to put out the same amount every time, so really good for doing overlays or anything that you're mixing up cementitious-wise. I'm back here with Krista Ploszay, and you can see we are now standing on a wooden boardwalk.
So we built it with a perspective from right over there, so it looks like it's 3D. We did some layering effects here, so starting with a base coat, and we put in this, the shadows of these fish, the shadow of a lobster over here. If you look very closely, there's some silverfish going through the middle there. Build that underneath, and then operate the translucency of the metallic epoxy. It makes it so that I can see these effects underneath the water and give it some depth like that. So building the beach out of quartz, and we actually took Melina's footprints from here at Deco-Crete. And the little critters there are also built out of the same stone edge micro top. But I used just the tiniest tint of Smith stains and diluted it with water and just kind of dragged it with a brush while the quartz was still raw without a top coat on it. I really enjoyed the way these materials work. I haven't worked with any of these materials before, but I think I will in the future. I was really happy with the way that they came out.
It was great having you here. We just wish you a great trip home and awesome job this week.
Thanks so much. I hope to see you next year.
What I found over here at the Chapin booth is this brand new Evolution sprayer, and man, this thing here comes with a dripless wand ready to go. We have a little valve here that we can hook it up to an air compressor and actually fill this up right off our air tank, and it's a completely stainless tank. So we don't have to worry about any corrosion, we don't have to worry about any of the paint peeling or anything off of it, and so we can just put our sealer in here and really not have to worry about it. So awesome new sprayer here from Chapin, so can't wait to give this thing a try. We're back in the mad science area. Josh Russell has been carving out here. I see a lot more detail over there in that waterfall area. Eventually water's going to come right out of there. It's going to flow all the way down through and across the river here and down into that pond, and it's just going to cycle back up through. And it looks like they got some coloring going on right there, so let's go see what they're up to. All right, so I'm up here with Gavin, and so Gavin, tell me a little bit about what you got going on up there.
Right now we're just painting the patios for Patriot sign. Right now I got red Smith Stains paint, so for the red parts of the sign.
How many hours of sleep have you actually got this week?
Probably about 8.
Total. That wasn't last night. That was total since Monday, right?
Yeah, since Monday, yep.
Yeah. So you're going to go home and be ready to just like ditch Josh for like 5 days straight now?
I don't get that option.
You don't get that option? You got to go back to work on Monday?
Yep.
Slave driver. Hey, thanks, man.
Hey, I'm Tim C. Hey, I'm Landon Blank. You're listening to Hacking Concrete.
Man, this place is full. There is people everywhere, and so we're over here by Rick Lobdell's slab, and so we're going to see if we can kind of squeeze our way in here and see what Rick's got going on. We got a bunch of stuff already drawn out and engraved, but what do we got here? I mean, tell me some of the secrets to this madness here.
I bought this $10 book, and then I turned around within a month and did a $20,000 driveway, doing crop circles as the medallion. And you can just see, I mean, that's a perfect page to bring up. Who wouldn't want that on your floor? I also bought this book on gardens, on English gardens, and all the different types of layouts that they do. I mean, look at that amazing design. that they did with shrubbery. I mean, how cool was that?
Rick's got to be driving you nuts this week, right? I mean, to tell me the truth.
That sounds like a loaded question.
Man, look at the layout, look at the scale. And this is the kind of scale we work with too. So it really inspired me to kind of go, well, what if I merge crop circles in an English garden? And this is what I came up with.
You know, it's Rick. What can I say?
Every year I just worry about Rick finishing up, and I don't know if he's going to do it. That's the biggest reason I'm waiting around. Is he going to pull it off?
Yeah, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical myself.
Like the classes, you might have to jump in there and help them. Yeah.
Are you gonna tell me I'm gonna have to do something today?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm supposed to just be having fun.
I mean, I know you are looking good and everything as usual,
Hey,
but you might have to jump in and do some stuff.
You never know. I might actually have to get dirty for the first time all week. Rick, awesome job. Thanks for coming. Have a safe trip home.
Absolutely, man.
So I'm over here with Jesse from Superior Innovations, and man, looks like a really interesting tool here. So why don't you tell them a little bit about what you got?
Yeah, this here's MBW, and it is a battery-powered Screed Demon, powered by the Milwaukee M18. We won the most innovative product at World of Concrete last year, and at this show, it's been getting a ton of buzz. You got variable speed. On this, everybody's asking how long is it running. Full battery charge, you're getting a 45-minute to an hour runtime on this one, comparable to a tank of fuel. It's the only battery-powered wet screed in the market, and this is a game changer.
Back here by Jason Geiser, and he's looks like he's setting up some forms here. Looks like we got a little bit of some fiberglass here that he's nailing up, and then we're going to put up some form liners. And are you guys going to pour this today?
Here in about 5 minutes.
It sounds like he's going to pour it here in about 5 minutes. So, wow, 5 minutes. The clock is ticking. We're ready. You need my help real quick here?
We gotta hurry.
All right, so I'm down here with Emil Gera, and this is the stamped concrete section of the show. And so why don't we just kind of go through this process? I know you poured this a couple days ago.
So we used some seamless skins. We laid out an ashlar design as we were going. Yesterday we cut our design based on where we put our individual textures. Today we cleaned it up this morning and went through with some water-based stains and accented with 3 different water-based stains to give each one individual color. And then we used some easy accent on top of it to give it some antiquing. We are in the process of running a buffer over it right now, and then we're going to seal it up, and can't wait to see it all done.
Awesome, man. It looks great. I can't wait to see it myself. Thanks for coming out. Great job this week, and have a safe trip home.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So this here is the Cobra from Engrave-A-Crete, and this is a really cool machine because we can hook our shop back up to this right here. There's a blade down here, and all he's going to do is he's got all these lines chalked out, and he can actually stand up, and he's just going to push this guy down, and it's going to engrave that line right in there for him. It's the same idea that Rick's using inside, and so just really, really cool tool here from Engrave-A-Crete. So I'm back here at this stamp demo area, and this stuff's really cool. So this is actually sand, and you can see here it actually picks up all this texture, so it's a really cool way to test these stamps out. We can actually put these things down, stamp it just like concrete, and you can see that it actually really, really picks up the texture really well. So I'm back over here at the floor maps area with Rachel, and so tell me what we got going on here.
This is a set of 3 ink blot prints that we created, this anaglyph design, and we're still picking off pieces, but this is the effect. 3 different colors overlapped over the top of each other. It creates like a blurry effect. It's 3-dimensional. If you were to put on some 3D glasses, it would look like it was floating above the concrete itself. But the intention this year was to create these pieces like these guys over here and this stuff right here that we would then have it raffled off for the patios for Patriots, for them to be able to take these pieces home with them.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much for coming. Have a safe trip home. Really cool thing we've got here at the Decorative Concrete Expo is this little money balloon booth. So you can see that they turn this thing on, and then all of these things represent a prize. Anything from $5 off your purchase to looks like we got a flat screen TV. We got a bunch of Deco-Crete hats, sweatshirts. looks like a little bass fishing kit back there. So I'm not sure who that guy is, but how'd they get that picture? I'm not sure that anybody authorized that. So this is a really, really cool unit here. So this is from RoundGrove Products, and the cool thing about this, it's a pre-made fire pit, and so these things come ready to go. We got fire brick on the inside, we got burners set up, and the best thing is it's already scratch coated, so now we can do whatever we want. We can put vertical concrete on here, we can hang cultured stone on it, we can do stucco. It's really, really awesome to the contractor who's just trying to find something easy, sit right on somebody's slab, and you can do whatever you want to it after that. So I'm here with Andrew Weaver, and we're going to be looking at some of the GFRC stuff that they've been messing with for the last couple days. So Andrew, tell me a little bit about this bowl head that we got going on here.
This is all concrete, and it has a fog machine. The form was made with a fabric form. Stretchable fabric was put over a plastic bullhead. Then we use that to create this concrete bullhead. Colored with Smith stain, and yeah.
So I really love this technique you got going on here. So it looks like this is looks like hand packed GFRC.
The first coat we put on was hand packed, and the second procedure was we sprayed the GFRC on the rest of the inside of the mold. We flip it over the next day, and you have all these voids and cracks in this hand pressed area. Then we fill it in with a different color of concrete to give it this character. It'll be beautiful once it's done.
Really glad to come out to the show and see all the great artists and what they're putting out. Took my first beginning stamp class, just started doing stamp concrete last June, and I've already got jobs lined up through August. And Deco-Crete, you guys need to move to the West Coast. I tell people in Oregon I've got a girlfriend in Ohio because I come out here so much. So, but anyway, it's been great coming to the show and learning all the latest stuff and getting some great deals on some products.
You really, get a chance to see these people perform at their highest level of what they are known for. And you can also, interact with them, ask them questions. They're able to tell you how they do it. And so, man, this is an all-around great show. YouTube is kind of new to us. We started that for several reasons. One, our customers can actually go on there and see how their job was done. There's no questions asked. If we, cut corners and did put rebar in, they can see the whole process. Two, any future potential employees that may want to work with us, it allows them to actually go on there and see if it's the type of work that they want to do. They'll see us sweating, they see that it's physical labor, and see if it's what they want to do. And also, for up and coming people in the industry, even like myself, it allows them to be able to learn techniques and different things to hopefully they can kind of cut out some of the trial and error that a lot of us have had to go through.
I ran into Dion Battles out here. He's been working hard all week doing some additions to this tree.
These guys cut holes in the tree, and then we went in and created like a burning core. We just got some traditional 110 volt LED Christmas lights. They're kind of a Halloween light in orange. And then we actually put them inside of little 8 ounce or 10 ounce water bottles. So we made basically like a light bulb. And then we place them in there and we spray foamed those in place so they hold in place. And then on top of that, that is just your traditional spray foam. And it's kind of applied at kind of a thinner layer so you can see through it and it gives different transparencies. And then after that, we just colored it.
So I am here with Aaron from CreteQuote.
Appreciate you having me here. CreteQuote is it's a new software technology that we're trying to get out there to concrete contractors. Basically, a lot of guys, especially the high-end guys doing decorative stamped concrete, we got more leads than we can handle coming in. So this system is about eliminating the tire kickers and helping to pre-qualify. So being here and being able to be at the Deco-Crete show has allowed us to get this in front of guys that we would never be able to touch with like a Facebook ad or something like that. So we got to talk to a ton of people, and it's been an awesome show for us.
This here is some stamped overlay that's down, and I wasn't out here when they were putting this down. I think it was just a few minutes ago, so feels like it's still a little bit soft, not ready to stamp yet. But I wanted to point out this weather stripping they put down. So this is a really cool idea. You know, this is a 1/4 inch thick overlay, and it's just your common weather stripping. You just get at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever else, and he puts this down and almost makes like a little form. So really cool way to actually hold that overlay when you're trying to do a stamped cementitious layer here. So cool job here by the guys from Stone Edge. So I'm up here in the VIP lounge, and this is an area that if you're a VIP of the show, well, you get to hang out up here. We kind of got a bird's eye view of everything that's going on down there, as well as a place to hang out on some comfy chairs.
It's a little warmer up here than down there, so it's been a great experience as well.
Jamie has a really big gold chain,
Yeah,
much bigger
it's
than
much-
Josh's.
He got the double size chain. I mean, you know.
We got an awesome gold-plated package in the mail with some bling in it. We got front row parking, which is definitely the nicest perk.
We had a suggestion. It's been kind of cool this week, so we want personal buddy heaters in every VIP. So
First of all, and a Snuggie, a Deco-Crete Snuggie with the Deco-Crete logo. All right, the Snuggie I think is a good possibility.
Put it over the top.
A beanie would be good. I don't know if we're going to be able to tape buddy heaters to your legs.
We have a personal concierge, Jeff,
Yeah.
with his cell phone number.
That's right.
That number
Not
does
many
not
people have it.
given out very often, and I mean, so one-on-one in his office, checkout, no lines, no waiting. It was wonderful.
Well, guys, as you can see in the background here, the show is pretty much winding down. They've already got everything pretty much tore down. Man, it's been an awesome show. It's been an awesome 2 days. It's been quite an adventure. We got to see a whole bunch of cool artwork being done. We met a bunch of cool people. We've seen a bunch of good new products out there. And please tune in next time to Adventures in the Concrete, and you never know where we might end up. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.